as I think everybody's probably found, Mobile World Congress just gets bigger and bigger and bigger every year. So I think the first thing that really hits you is when you get here, just the sheer scale and the amount of people, and also therefore the variety of topics that are being covered. You've got everybody from handset manufacturers, data providers, governing bodies, trade bodies, app developers, and of course, infrastructure providers, ad servers, software providers like ourselves. It's certainly an enormous event, and it shows signs of increasing, I think, in momentum, if anything. The things that I think AppNexus would be focused on, and that certainly that I've seen the most of since I've been here, is the understanding of data. So there's a common misconception that there's less data available in mobile than there is in desktop. The actual opposite is true. There's way more data points available in mobile. I think you're starting to see marketers, brands, agencies, and again, of course, technology providers talk about and therefore really get to grips with what the opportunity looks like if people can really fully understand how to harness that and then ultimately what they can do with it. I think the second thing, probably from a publisher's perspective, is the notion of header bidding. So this is a very, very hot topic right now in desktop. And the simple reason is that monetization is something that sellers are now acutely aware of. So they want to make sure that they're capturing the best possible yield and also the highest proportion of available demand on all of the inventory that they're making available. And that's now the case, of course, in mobile. Mobile historically has been a very performance-driven marketplace. What that tends to mean is that the seller has control. They'll take offers, they'll download offers from advertisers and from marketers, and then they'll run that themselves across their inventory. So supply tended to outweigh demand. But with the advent of programmatic and the advance of that in the mobile arena, people now have better data and they understand what they're targeting. And the publisher is in the same situation where if they can unlock header bidding, and they can make sure that they're going to have access to everything that's available as well, now that people are more discerning about what they're buying. Performance-based marketing has historically driven the mobile market. On the whole, the type of campaigns that have been running tend to focus on some sort of action. Traditionally, it's an app download. That's by far the most common. It's very easy to track if somebody's downloaded your app. And also then it's an equation that the advertiser can easily calculate. And again, because there's historically been way more supply than there has been budget available to fill that supply of campaigns, sellers are, let's say, more inclined to run these kind of campaigns, and they have the inventory available to them to do it. That said, we're now seeing mobile come out of what's traditionally been a performance-based marketplace, which generally, by the way, does drive any new market, performance advertising. And because they are chasing the best way to get sign-ups or some kind of conversion, they tend to drive new markets. Mobile's been no exception to that. And then the normal trend that we would see is that now that's not really saturation, but the awareness of what's possible on the platform, such as video, and then the additional formats and opportunities video can create, then we're now seeing the branding campaigns come to the fore, people really embracing what they can do. From an AppNexus perspective, we just run our theatre session downstairs, which went extremely well. We were fortunate enough to have one of our new and most exciting partners, Gameloft, join us on stage to announce what they're doing. So we're very excited to see where that can go. We also discussed in depth the concept of header bidding in mobile, and we saw an enormous amount of interest from everybody that was there. So we expect a lot of follow-ups, and then we're really keen to learn and see how fast that can get traction in the market too.